Hello everyone, welcome to an Archangels reading. I'm going to do 7 messages. Angels like to come down in groups, so they came down in 7 today. So we're going to look at each area that the Archangel kind of assists us with throughout our lifetimes. So I'm thinking or feeling I'll do one card from this deck. I'll do one card from that deck. Maybe some charms, I'll see. So if you're not someone that likes to kind of tune into and watch the organic process of mine, I'll timestamp below so you can just skip ahead to the messages. Also, I am suffering with a lack of neck mobility, so I apologize in advance if you hear me suddenly say ow. It's because I move naturally and forgot about my limitations right now. Okay, let's get into the cards. Let's see which angel wants which card. And we'll see what our messages are. Thinking maybe I'll do this once a month. So maybe monthly we'll connect in with the group of angels. We'll see who comes down. What messages they have for all of us. So all of us joining the reading today, but usually it's, for humanity. For all of humankind, what messages do the Archangels have for us now? We're all going through the same global events, and a lot of our energies, which draws us to this reading, is because we're going through something similar. Okay, let's get the other cards here. Again, I'm a bit slower, and now I'm hitting the camera because of my neck. Okay. So, I did see that Archangel Raphael came out, so maybe he'll talk to me about my neck issue, since he does cover all physical, mental, emotional kind of healing. That's his space. And maybe I'm not the only one that's feeling some physical issues right now, or excuse me, maybe emotional or mindset that you're dealing with, or other people's, right? Sometimes we're not only dealing with our own, we're dealing and trying to manage through other people's situations and support them. Or how do we respond? How do we react? Do we even, right? Sometimes is our reaction to step back and not react. Okay, so let's see here if they want any charms added. They do keep getting me to look at the angel number cards here. So I guess we're gonna get an angel number from them, or an affirmation. Okay, I'll do my best to speed up here. Okay, oh nope, more shuffling they wanted. Okay. I'm not surprised that Archangels want to use the angel cards. Interesting that Barachiel here, relationships, work, family, kept getting the first cards. So I guess they're eager to speak, and yet I have them in position 7 there. But that doesn't matter. My readings, I go wherever they pull me first. So maybe we'll be starting with them. Talking about relationships, work, or family life. And I think I was saying that in my preamble just now in the other deck of cards about dealing with other people's energy. Sometimes we have to deal with them. Yeah, I was talking about Raphael here. Okay, so I'll keep the book close by so we can get the messages. And then I'll just do a quick timestamp here while I kind of tune in. Maybe I can also adjust the lights a little better. Okay, it's a bit longer intro than normal for me. Let's see if I can time it to kind of start at 5 minutes here. Ow, sorry, that was natural movement again. Okay. So those of you that kind of watched through and kind of waited for my process, sort of a longer 5-minute process, I was kind of drawn down here to Archangel Barachiel, relationships, work, family life. I was talking about energies, kind of in my preamble, mostly about dealing with somebody else's energies or someone's else's energies, what's happening at work or within your family dynamic, maybe even within your relationship, maybe the sort of the balance there of sort of who's leading. I'm trying to avoid the word control, but things are out of our control, right? So it might be feeling a bit chaotic, or like I said, you might just be dealing with things that, you know, or stuck, like, what do I do if something's out of my control? Like, how do I get control, regain control, improve the balance? Okay. So I'm just trying to see which kind of cards we want to start here with. I always like to see if the angel number matches the reading. So we'll just go ahead and flip both at the same time. I see the light's got a bit of a shine on there. Oh, okay. Interesting dynamics here with the sacral chakra, kind of tuning in here, but I'm more drawn to the 2, and then the 2 individuals down here also kind of weighing this decision. That's also 2, some kind of duality. So maybe this truly is just an issue, a message related to a relationship between you and one other, or you're this person in the middle, like I was saying. Like, how do I help? Do I help? Maybe you're on the outside and you're trying to facilitate here. Maybe you're trying to facilitate something between 2 people. Or you're hoping, or you want to. With the gifts here, you know, kind of being prepared to give both equally here, right? So we have the message of balance here again, as well as there's this message of like this relationship is a gift, or you see this relationship as a gift if you're the one trying to help out here a dynamic. I don't know why I'm getting gut feeling off of the sacral chakra here, but like I want to hold my kind of core area, my kind of stomach area. So that's sort of where our gut feeling is. And maybe that's what you're battling with right now. You know, you have a gut feeling, but you know, your head is trying to decipher this gut feeling. Like, do I, don't I? You know, yeah, do I, don't I? Do I talk to this person or not? Do I facilitate this or not? Do I take action or not? Ouch. Depending on your situation, it feels like coming back to that too, that duality. Like, you're not sure, right? There's going to be an outcome either way, but can you have some input, some control into that outcome? You know, in your gut here, the gut message that I'm getting off here, like you want to, like I feel like the message here is like, you know, you want to like help or get involved or something, right? Oh, optimism, right? We were saying that you were seeing this as a gift. You know, this person or these people, you know, the relationship itself is a positive connection. So you're optimistic about the outcome, but do you throw yourself in? I don't feel like we've answered that. Let's get the message first, and then I'll see if we can see why Archangel Barachiel is pushing your optimism here, or having a more optimistic outlook. Maybe if you don't take action, maybe if it's inaction, it'll just still maintain an optimistic outlook on the situation, in that, you know, the universe will always kind of balance things out. Or the optimism of, if I do take action, you know, depending on which way your gut's leaning here. If you do take action, this optimism that you see this relationship or this dynamic as a gift, you're quite right there. Okay. Ow, message. 5151. You're on the right path. Keep your chin up and stick with that positive way of thinking. Your goals are within reach. However, there may be quite a few obstacles on the way. Staying optimistic and flexible with your options is the answer. And the affirmation is, I take action and trust my instincts. Oh, there's our message about action. I take action. Okay, so that's our answer right there. So take action, be optimistic. So, you know, whatever your gut's telling you is the right action, take it. But I'll tell you right now, it's not inaction. If you just said, well, my gut's telling me inaction, I don't think that's true. That would be your mind. Okay, I don't know why I'm fussing with the cards so much. Where am I going next here? Who wants to talk next? Kind of looking up here at Raguel. Archangel Raguel, justice, fairness, harmony. I don't know if it's related maybe to your situation, this relationship situation, whether it's a workplace relationship, family life, etc. So, you know, let's see if it's connected here. Okay, so Archangel Raguel, justice, fairness, harmony. We'll do the same thing. We'll look at the angel number last. Okay, just putting them in the order they want me to hold them for the camera. Yeah, if it is connected to this relationship situation, there's definitely history there, probably a history of battling, or maybe a history of like in and out as well. They're kind of making me kind of, the sticks here kind of different levels. But see how this is kind of like rocky, right? Even kind of looks like she's kind of got the paddle, right? Kind of swimming here upstream, going against the flow. You know, maybe you're a very independent person, or you're willing to not kind of just follow. So there's the kind of barriers and delays we kind of heard in that message. But then I see this outcome of stability here, right? You're going from a rockiness to that balance, that calmness. And I was talking about how in this first deck, this first pile of cards, how the universe was going to balance things out for you. Sort of the, you know, working in the background here, right? The shadow. And they're writing things here. You know, kind of this, I just came out of the monthly wealth readings, and I was getting sort of that turn of the wheel. You know how we all enter different periods, right? We have 5 years, 7 years, 10-year blocks, right? And that's where we learn life lessons and achieve and conquer them with our with whatever's on our soul path. But I feel like I'm getting that message again of this is a new turn of the wheel. So maybe all of us, July, for some reason, July 2025 has been really prominent in the sense of milestone in all of my monthly readings this month. So here we have Archangel Raguel reminding us that sort of this period of struggle is about to pay off here. You're going to feel balanced, feel in control. Oh yeah, we were talking about not being in control in the preamble too, I think, when I was doing the cards. But you are in control. Might not have looked like it because it's rocky, but like I said, I don't know why I feel like she's paddling. I don't even do that myself. Like I've watched it, but I'm not an avid participant. Oh, connected number 510 5151. So we have rebellion. Oh, didn't I just say that you're willing to swim upstream? So that's courage, being courageous. You're going against the norm, right? You've just came out of a rocky period here. So You're getting some reward here from the universe with regards to your willingness to kind of battle here. And it's coming from justness, fairness, and harmony, right? A message of balance, regaining balance. Okay, 510. When you live authentically, fully embracing all your lovely eccentricities, you inspire others to do the same. Added bonus, living with your truth attracts luck and positivity. Who doesn't want more of that? The theme here is personal freedom. Live according to your beliefs and allow others the same courtesy. Don't be surprised when you notice a happier, healthier you emerge. That's a nice message. Affirmation. I no longer allow other energy to change mine. Yeah, we saw that. Saw all of that right here. You know, putting yourself first. Not following, like I was saying. Not settling, not following. Okay, where are we going next? Nice progression of colors too, right? Kind of going from the pink, yellow hues, and then yellow, orange hues. I wonder if they're going to keep playing with us, kind of in the rainbow theory here they're taking us through. Okay. For some reason, I'm looking at Archangel Selaphiel here. Focus, open mind, faith. Interesting. This was the actual 7th Archangel to connect with me today and want to be part of this group. And in the same manner, just kind of pulled me into their name here, Selaphiel. Such a beautiful name. So focus, open mind, open-mindedness. Faith just means your belief, so belief in self, your belief system, kind of connecting into that or being open-minded to that, just being open-minded to everything. And then focus is just minimizing distractions, right? Ooh, base chakra. When we're talking about faith, right? Self-esteem, self-confidence, belief in self. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles. She fully believes in herself. Look at her, right? She's in her forest of abundance here and prosperity. You know, her happy little companions are coming and going to visit her. She knows who she is. We saw that starting here. That blossoming of knowing your true self. We actually saw it here too with the gut, the sacral chakra. So maybe this is why July is such a profound month. So many of us are starting to live our authentic truth and our authentic self with courage and bravery. You know, we're no longer being quieted or meant to feel like we need to hold back. We're actually, maybe as a society, as humanity, right? These are messages for humanity, starting to achieve acceptance and encouraging people to be independent and live authentically. I like that you have this beautiful foundation, right? Your base chakra. So this is like starting. For some reason, I almost read that like it was the pentacle here, but it's more like the symbols from Squid Game. I don't know why they're pulling me into Squid Game here. Maybe because, you know, this is going to be, I don't want to say fun because Squid Game is life or death, but there's an element of fun here, playfulness. Maybe they're just trying to make me think of the cookie that you eat, right? The sugar cookie, the honey cookie cracker. Or maybe putting yourself first. You know, that's a theme as well in Squid Game. That choice of putting yourself first, being authentic, living by your values, your ethics, your morals. And that's the right foundation to kind of live in, right? Connect with yourself, your soul here. And it does attract, right? Being open-minded, believing in yourself, believing in whatever, and staying focused. Power of attraction. 666, reflect. I like how she's looking down. You know, I didn't even pick that up. But see how she's kind of looking back here. But I think more of this is just a pause in this moment, because like I keep saying, July is such a transition. If you're already moving into this better place, in this base, you know, to keep yourself motivated, to keep living authentically, you know, reflecting back, being open-minded. I already feel like you've changed your perspective here. Just kind of how she's spinning the pentacle here. Interesting that we got reflect. Because I'm definitely feeling more law of attraction here. So let's go 666 with the shift in your mindset, putting yourself first here, being a bit more playful, right? We were seeing that with the game energy there. 666. Lots of folks get a bit worried when they see this number, but it's actually a message of reflection. Your angels are asking you to take a step back, to hit the pause button. With a greater distance, examine your current circumstances. Are you heading in a direction that speaks to your truth? Do your relationships lift you up? Does your job fulfill you? Or have you instead been putting your energy into things that simply don't work for you any longer? This is your sign to be honest with yourself and make the changes that speak to your higher self. Affirmation. I'm aligned, divine, and my life is right on time. So I think that's our connection here. I'm going to go back to that sentence. Where is it? Are you heading in the direction that speaks to your truth? I think I asked you that question. You know, are you living authentically, focusing on that? Shoot, I wish I could see that. Oh, here it is. Have you instead been putting your energy into things that simply don't work for you any longer? There's the focus, right? Coming back to the relationship. So those three are definitely connected, same kind of energy. So there's definitely a sense here of kind of to keep moving forward, your momentum here. There needs to be some kind of resolution down here, right? Reflect, be optimistic, resolve, and continue your path forward here to get your balance and your harmony. Okay. Now, the other four messages might be completely different, but we'll see here if they're connected at all. Okay, where do I want to go next? Maybe Archangel Gabriel here is kind of pulling my attention. So communication, clarity. I was just talking about a need to resolve a situation, so that requires communication. Discontent. And then we've got the Ten of Pentacles. So we're right back to that family, work, relationship environment. Look at this, right? You know, we have a relationship here. Got kind of the work dynamics here, family dynamics come all together. And there's discontent there. What's the other word? Boredom. So just something, again, something unresolved with this. Draw me into the blue shirt here, blue shirt of emotions. It'll be interesting to see what Archangel Raphael has to say about the healing. But look what's waiting for you out here. Didn't I say you need to resolve to kind of move forward? You're kind of looking like you're reflecting like they just talked about, and then here's the action of you kind of dealing with it. So communication is the key here. You know, you reflect, communicate, reflect, communicate. So again, they're coming through with action. Action needs to be taken here to fully tap into. It's not like you're not heading into or are not prosperous or abundant, but you're just amplifying your powers of attraction to really make sure you're fulfilled in all areas of life. Really sticking with the fives here. 555. Change. Yep, something needs to change. This inaction, mindset. Change. Okay, let's get the message. You know what? I didn't even see the pink until I put the card down. I just saw that now. Sort of the butterfly effect. I wonder if that's what you're going to have when you do resolve this situation for yourself. I wonder, because we have that message here, right? Be surprised of how you're going to influence others. And now I see this ripple effect of how you're kind of, your action has really amplified and is touching others here. Okay, 555. Changes are soaring your way. The universe is going to be sweeping you up in forward momentum. So don't fight it. Lean in. Be a driving force in your own growth and transformation. Think of this as a call for action on your part. Keep an open mind. Where was I? Keep an open mind and allow yourself to explore any new opportunities or possibilities that may cross your path. Embrace perseverance and spontaneity. While this is a future-minded number, it's still important to make your choices from a place of peace and stability. Be brave. So I'm not surprised that Archangel Gabriel is beside Raguel with that complimentary message. And I'm just going to reopen the book because I closed it without saying the affirmation here. I am really out of sorts today. I wonder what's going on other than my neck mobility. Affirmation. I trust, believe, and am ready to receive. Oh yeah, I like that one. Powers of attraction. I've been saying that. You can unlock them, right? We saw that here with the beautiful family card. Okay. Which Archangel wants to talk next? I think I'm coming down to Raphael here. Archangel Raphael. Healing and physical, mental, emotional, everywhere. Whole body healing, right? So we got authority. So kind of standing defiance here. Maybe that's what you're up against, right? What you're trying to resolve here. Maybe someone is being defiant, or maybe it is a workplace scenario where authority or different levels within the organization are involved. And there's this chilliness. Either distance between you and this other person, long period of lack of growth if it's work. So sort of the constant delays that organizations will sometimes put in place before the promotion. Or just quietness, chilliness between you and this other person, right? Just no talking. Again, sort of this distance, the cold, the silence, just kind of feeling all that. And this kind of defiance on not your part, but their part. Maybe there's some defiance on your part. Maybe that's why you haven't taken action, but I feel more like you have been thinking about it, just flip-flopping about it. Just not sure if you should go with your gut because of the history we saw. I think it was in this card we saw history there. Awareness. 1, 3, 2, 1. I wonder if that's why I came down to Raphael. Remember I said I didn't see the pink until I put the card down, and then we came into this beautiful, loving, healing hue, emotions with the blue, so more emotional healing. I did come out of some monthly readings where emotions were displaying physically, just using myself as an example here in this reading, my neck issue, my neck mobility could be the emotion issue that I'm dealing with related to a relationship, workplace, family life scenario. So maybe to release my neck pain, I need to have a conversation, get involved a little bit. Wow, I opened the book right to the page. Okay, 1321. Take a deep breath and reassess. There is no need to rush right now, only a need to turn inward and reflect. Are there things you should change to better align with your goals? Are you doing things that actually allow you to utilize your abilities? Try to find focus. Coming back here again, side by side. And ignore the distractions. Stick to your goals. Find creative solutions to reach them. And he's right below Archangel Uriel, who's coming out with solutions and creativity, creative solutions. So I'll go there next, guys. Affirmation. It's okay to pause and reflect. Really nice pairing down here, right? Pause and reflect, self-awareness, optimism. You know the situation that you're in, right? You're very aware. Remain optimistic about it. And don't be spontaneous in your action, right? Think about it, reflect, and then take action. Although that message from Archangel Raphael sounded like you don't necessarily need to communicate to that person. The communication could be internal communication. Telling yourself, yes, I'm going to follow my gut, and my gut's saying to do this for self, right? So that self feels better. Okay. So because of that creative solutions message, I am going up to Archangel Uriel now. Sorry, just trying to take all the timestamps. It just makes it easier, guys. Okay. So let's see, what's our creative solution here? We're back to a faith message, back to Archangel Selaphiel. Balance as well, the beautiful black and white, the yin, the yang, and you're kind of sitting in it, right? You're sitting in your balance here. Going back to Archangel Raguel and the harmony. So I do feel like the solution is for you to find your balance, being unique to yourself, right? Live authentically to yourself in order to find your balance here. And then we have some beautiful kind of intuition here. So we've got gut and intuition again in terms of finding your solution, of knowing your solution. So there's not really any collaborative strategizing going on here. Like I don't see you engaging with anybody else or bouncing your thoughts off anybody else. It's really just that internal kind of intuitive feeling again. We're coming back to just following your intuition, your gut. I guess the angels are speaking to all of us through our intuition right now, through our soul's energy, because we all have kind of we all know exactly what we need to do to achieve this balance that we're looking for, or deserve, or should strive for. That's sort of the answer here. If you're wondering, why is this happening in a certain area of my life? Maybe you don't have the balance here that you need. That's the solution, is what I'm trying to say. Balance in that area. So you have passion 1031. So this will be connecting to maybe what I was just saying, just sort of that random message about, maybe you're feeling out of whack in one area. Just trying to think back. I think it was here. Up here, right beside the boredom here, right? You're not feeling truly fulfilled, truly happy. And like I said, I'm just coming out of the wealth readings that are all about full fulfillment. So maybe you're lacking one of your areas here. Could be this relationship that's affecting you, could be the workplace environment, could be the home place environment. Okay. 10:31. Heads up, your life is happening like right now. It's time to stop going through the motions and live with intention. Again, going back to your authentic you here that we keep seeing. Begin by adding something small but meaningful to each day. Consistency is key, even if it's only a few minutes at first. Anytime you devote to your well-being is worth it. Again, putting yourself first again. Awareness. You're the only one who can take the actions that bring you closer to the life you're dreaming of. And that's kind of been the consistent message throughout so far about taking action here. We started off with Archangel Barachiel with this do I, don't I, do I, don't I. That's where my reading started, the energy started. Affirmation, I am so grateful for each moment of joy in my life. It's kind of leaning into those kind of little things, right? That is a good way to shake oneself out of boredom. Also get the clarity when we're reflecting as well. Ow. Sorry guys, I keep moving my neck in ways I'm not supposed to. Okay. Last but not least, and actually this was the second Archangel that came through this morning. Archangel Raguel was first. So Archangel Gamaliel, protection and strength. Oh, well, we have transformation message again. Oh, forgot I was supposed to put that last. So here's your transformation, but look how you're just kind of coming into it, right? You're just kind of embracing it. Maybe that's why it's such a hard time over here. The should I, shouldn't I? You know, change isn't always easy, especially putting ourselves first isn't always easy, right? Our needs. Oh, we're right back to sort of this independent scene that we saw over here. If I can get my cards out. But now you're with a community. So going from like isolation to sort of this peacefulness, right? This playfulness that I was getting in the reading as well. Sort of the shift here as you lay your foundation and start to come out of your shell and start to be more true to self. Your environments, right? Your workplace, your social circles, your family dynamics, they're all improving here. You're all getting along. You're enjoying it. Now, what I find also interesting before I get into the angel number is Archangel Gamaliel is all about protection and strength, and I'm pulling into the masks here on their faces, right? The health, so strengthen physical health, emotional health. You know, the way they're kind of working together here to build. So I would say even like the strength of your relationships as well. There's a really nice shift here, really nice change. Oh, let's see what the angel number is. Stability. Yeah, I was just saying you guys were working together to build something, right? So we have stability, a nice shift. Keep optimistic, you know, stability's coming. Or greater stability, right? Wherever you're not feeling it. You know, through the process, this process you've been going through, a little bit of work to do, right? Either this situation needs to be addressed and talked about like we saw, or the identifying where you're not feeling fulfilled, what center you're not feeling fulfilled, and start there, you know, little steps, and you're going to get your stability here. 44. Look at you, putting in that hard work to lay some beautiful, solid foundations to build upon. Your angels see you. This is a message of support for you. Overcome any obstacles that come up one step at a time. That was our solution, right? Check in on the things that keep you solid. Are your relationships good? What about your habits and your overall well-being, right? Got to look at those. Affirmation. I am strong, steady, and supported. Okay. Well, you know what? The Archangels wanted the angel number cards, and I can see why. So kudos to, I guess, the Pulp Girls. The angels really enjoy your deck here. They love your cards and your colors. I like that we're ending on the purple hue. For me, purple's always like a hug. It's like being wrapped in your comfort blanket. You know, you're falling deep into that hug of that favorite person. So, you know, today, if you have the chance, go get yourself that hug with that person, or like I said, in your favorite blanket with your favorite stuffy, whatever's gonna make you feel good. You're doing all the right things here. You're taking all the right actions. Just keep going. Keep taking some of these smaller steps and pushing through. There's some beautiful stability waiting for all of us. See you guys at the next reading.